Good morning, dear students. Welcome to all of you, the upcoming second year students of our college. How are you doing? Are you maintaining social distance or not? We are not completely free from the threat of corona. Be aware of its dangerousness. Please maintain social distance. Please don't go out of your house unless it is necessary, and while going, don't neglect the mask. Yes, and often use sanitizer or regularly wash your hands. It is important. First and foremost importance should be given to the health. Yes, thank you. Once again, I shall invite you to my online English classes from today onwards. Yes, today let us go to the first unit in your textbook, which is that Romeo and Juliet. The names are not unknown to you. You may have called so many among your friends a Romeo or a Juliet. Yes, if whenever they are found fallen in love with somebody. Yes, thank you. Let us begin. Dear students, I hope you have a textbook with you, and whenever you go to learn from this, to learn about English this year, the textbook is a must. Please don't neglect the textbook. Please keep it with you while opening this video on online classes. Romeo and Juliet, please don't call it a poem. It is not a poem. Yes. While writing answer, you may like to use the word, this is a poem. No, it is not a poem. It is a prose. It is an extraction taken from an important, or say a tragedy written by William Shakespeare. Yes, whenever you want to learn from English literature, your study of English literature won't be complete unless and until you know Shakespeare. What Kalidasa is to India, the same is Shakespeare to England. His contribution to literature is an unforgettable one. He was born in the year 1556 and he died in 1616. So, nearly 400 years have already passed. Even though 4 centuries have already been passed, till today, Shakespeare, every day he is a new literary figure to an English reader. He is an everyday literary figure. Though he is physically dead, he is alive in his works, in his plays, and in his sonnets. He has written 37 plays and he has written 154 sonnets. See what a great literary contribution to the literature. His plays can be classified into historical plays, comedies, and tragedies. Romeo and Juliet is one of the tragedies Shakespeare has written. So, and what you are going to study in this unit is very, very little extracted from the play Romeo and Juliet. The text contains 2 parts. Each is a speech made by, or each is a dialogue, a speech or a dialogue made by Romeo and next Juliet. The first part is a dialogue or a speech made by Romeo, and the later part is a speech or a dialogue made by Juliet. So, what is the content in each part? The first part, the dialogue made by Romeo. If you read it, you will come to know that Romeo glorifies the beauty of Juliet. This is what you will find in the first part. The second part, the dialogue made by Juliet, holds a mirror how Juliet wants to possess Romeo, how she wants to win him, how her eager is to own him, her lover. She is very much impressed by his personality, by Romeo's personality. So, this is something what there is in both the dialogues. And now, let us know something more about this, about Romeo and Juliet. You may have heard the name of a city, Verona. Last year, when you read the lesson, the last lesson, Two Gentlemen of Verona. Yes, while reading that lesson, this word I think you may have come across. Verona. Yes, there lived two aristocratic families. There lived two aristocratic families. They were called the Capulets and the Montagues. While naming families, royal families, this is how you should use the definite article. The Romeo, don't say the Romeo, don't say the Juliet. It is wrong, because many a time I saw in the papers students writing the Romeo, the Juliet. It is wrong. Don't use the definite article with proper nouns. It is wrong. But you may use the same with when you are naming a family. The Capulets, the Montagues. Yes. Romeo belonged to the Montagues, while Juliet belonged to the Capulets. But there was a dead enmity between these two families. Both the families were aristocratic. They were very rich families. Both the families were known in whole of the town of Verona for their aristocratic nature, for their richness, for their nobility. Both the families were quite well known all through the city. But unfortunately, there was no generosity between the two families. Each family disliked the other. There was dead enmity between the two families. Nobody from the Montagues welcomed anyone from the Capulets, and nobody from the Capulets liked to join with anybody from the Montagues. Such enmity there was. But Romeo fell in love with Juliet, and Juliet fell in love with Romeo, each from an enemy family. See the situation. And how did it happen? What was the situation that brought Romeo and Juliet together. How it began, how the incident of love took place between the two. Listen to me carefully. Once, old Capulet arranged a dinner. Once, old Capulet arranged a dinner. Probably noble ones from the city, maybe his friends and his relatives, and so many others might have been invited to the dinner party. But nobody from the Montagues was invited. Nobody from the Montagues was invited. And somehow, as it was a dinner party, and as they were Westerns, theirs was Western culture, and probably there was a dance program before the dinner started. So, a young lady by name Rosalind was a participant in the dance program, and she had known Romeo. Probably Romeo and Rosalind were known to each other. Probably she might have been his neighbor. Rosalind informed Romeo that she was to take part in the dance program at the dinner party. And so Romeo wanted to attend the dinner party, and he wanted to see how Rosalind would dance. How Rosalind would dance. He wanted to enjoy the dance program. So he wanted to come and join the gathering. He wanted to come to the Capulets and join in the gathering. But it was not easy, because he belonged to an enemy family, where he identified among the gathering. You cannot imagine what it would end in. Probably he would be murdered. The Capulets won't send him alive. He might be murdered then and there. So he disguised himself. Romeo disguised himself so that he could not be identified by anybody amongst the gathering. He came to the Capulets. He entered into the dinner hall and sat somewhere among the gathering, among the guests. And soon the dance program took place. A group of young ladies offered the dance program. It might have been of some 5 minutes or 10 minutes. That is not given there. That is not there in the text. But anyhow, there was a dance program. And amidst the participants, among those who were to offer the dance program, there was a lady. Among them, there was a lady. Among so many others, there was a lady. Her name was Juliet, and she was a Capulet. She was a granddaughter of old Capulet. She was a granddaughter of old Capulet who had arranged this dinner party. Yes, the dance began. So many others in the dinner hall are sitting quiet, enjoying the dance program on the stage. So many are there who are enjoying the dance program which was going on the stage. And among those, our Romeo is there. Nobody could identify him. He was disguised. He had come disguising himself. So nobody could disguise him. Nobody could identify him. As he was sitting, looking at the dance program which was going on the stage, one among them looked extraordinarily beautiful, and she was Juliet. Then he did not know, and as he was sitting there, Romeo did not know what her name was and who she was and how she related to the Capulets. He did not know anything about it, but simply he was very much impressed, or he was very much attracted by the physical beauty of Juliet. He saw her while dancing, and next he is speaking to himself. He is speaking to himself and expressing his ideas, to say how Juliet looked on the stage. He compares Juliet to a white dove. He compares Juliet to a white dove that has joined the group of crows. The comparison he makes all through his speech, all through the dialogue, is very much impressive. The way he narrates, the way he glorifies beauty of Juliet is a remarkable thing, and it is what you should have to know. And next comes the other dialogue made by Juliet. Here you will come across to know how Juliet sincerely loved Romeo, how deep her love was towards Romeo, how honestly she loved him, how seriously she wanted to possess him, how seriously she wants to win him, how seriously she wants to make him her own property. This is what you read in the two stanzas. So with this, I shall close my today's class. Please look into the text, and once I shall read the text for you, once I shall read it now from the text, tomorrow let us discuss in detail. She doth teach the torches to burn bright. It seems she hangs upon the cheek of night as a rich jewel in an Ethiop's ear. Beauty too rich for use, for earth too dear. So shows a snowy dove trooping with crows, as yonder lady over her fellows shows. The measure done, I will watch her place of stand, and touching hers, make blessed my rude hand. Did my heart love till now? Forswear it, sight, for I never saw true beauty till this night. See how he closes his dialogue. It is for the first time that he ever came across to see such a beauty. So far, never did he see such a beautiful lady. So far in his life, never did he see such a beautiful lady. Now let us go to the later part. Let us know what Juliet says. Listen to me. Come night, come Romeo, come, thou day and night, for thou wilt lie upon the wings of night, whiter than new snow on a raven's back. Come, gentle night, come, loving, black browed night. Give me my Romeo, and when I shall die, take him and cut him out in little stars, and he will make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with the night and pay no worship to the garish sun. Please read the text. Also try to memorize some lines from both the stanzas, which will help you while writing long answers. If you learn to quote some lines from the text, it would impress the evaluator and you will be successful to earn more marks. Thank you. With this, I shall close my today's class. Let us meet tomorrow. Thank you.